Hello and welcome. It has been a morning of absolute surprise with the margin and the magnitude of the victory of the NDA in Bihar. The Mahagathbandhan has been decimated and decimated. How? Reduced to 28 from just 10 short, 15 short of victory in 2020 right now. The Mahagathbandhan is leading on 28 seats, while the NDA is leading at mammoth 208 seats. This is a redux of the best performance that was put up by the National Democratic Alliance in 2010. The BJP is leading at more 94 seats. The JDU is in fact leading on 84 seats. It has been an absolute decimation and a tsunami for the NDA in Bihar. Nitish Kumar is all set to be sworn in as for the 10th time as the Chief Minister. This will be his 5th continuous term once, of course, Nitish Kumar takes oath as the Chief Minister of Bihar. He has been, ladies and gentlemen, the X factor of this election. There is some breaking news coming in at this moment. Tejashwi Yadav, the chief ministerial face of the Mahagathbandhan, is trailing by 8,461 votes at this moment from the family bastion of Raghopur. Now, this is a Yadav-dominated constituency, and here, if Tejashwi Yadav is trailing with over 8,461 votes, it tells you the story of this election. He's not been able to hold on to, in fact, his own family bastion. The Yadavs, ladies and gentlemen, in this election as well, it seems, have found wherever they could an alternative. BJP's Satish Singh Yadav is leading. Satish Kumar Yadav is leading in Raghopur. Remember, in 2010, when the similar tsunami was there, in fact, this time the result is over. They have bettered their tally of 2010. They are at 2008. That time also, Satish Kumar Yadav was able to defeat Rabri Devi from the Raghopur constituency. History repeating itself as far as Raghopur is concerned. But Tejashwi Yadav, this will be a much bigger worry as he sees a long time, a future for himself in the politics of Bihar. Radhika Khera of the Bharatiya Janata Party is joining us at this moment. We are also being joined by, by Ms. Batham of the Congress Party. Thank you so much, ladies, for joining me at this moment. But let me very quickly start with you, Chitraji. Tejashwi Yadav, trailing in his own constituency, the bastion that he thought is safe, did not campaign much there, just went there once and said, "This is my family." The family voters have rejected Mr. Tejashwi Yadav. It's almost like a 2019 Rahul Gandhi moment for Tejashwi Yadav.
Hello, Ankit. Can you hear me?
Ji. Go ahead, ma'am.
Well, Ankit, let's really understand, if somebody who rejects, then they are not called as the family. I think Tejashwi ji called Raghopur Assembly Constituency voters as his family because he believed, and he till date also believes, that they would never backstab him as such or not vote for him. So I believe this lacking of votes that he is currently facing is nothing but it's an outcome of the Vyavastha that we all were very sure of, that was already in place before we even entered the elections in Bihar. So I think the outcome is speaking for itself. And
may I very humbly, before I go to Radhika, may I just take it as an advice, if you may. Vote. Please don't call the voters those who have backstabbed Tejashwi Yadav. There are voters those who have not shown their trust to the BJP candidate, not to Tejashwi Yadav. Instead of, ma'am, the Congress party has been reduced to one lead. You fought 61. You are at one at this moment. Instead of blaming the system and everybody else, don't you think for the Mahagathbandhan and especially for the Congress party, it is time for introspection to see what went wrong.
Obviously, they will never backstab him. He has entrusted them by and again large again. So I don't think so. There's no question of the voters not being his family. So the voters are his family, and they will never backstab him. That is what I meant to say.
Okay, Radhika Khera is also with me. Radhika, congratulations. Big smile on your face. And it's a bigger mandate that from even 2010, which was seen as a historic mandate in Bihar. Bharatiya Janata Party emerges as the single largest party. Your alliance at this moment is standing on 207. What does this mean for the BJP? And honestly tell me, with your hand on your heart, is this the magnitude of the victory that we expected at 8 a.m. this morning?
Dhanyavad Bihar, and with my hand on my heart, Ankit, I say that this is much more than what we expected. This is much more love, respect and affection that we have got from the people of Bihar, and their faith and trust in the policies of Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi and the leadership of Shri Nitish Kumar ji. And see, it's also what we see what the Congress spokesperson was saying right now. They don't respect the voters. If you don't respect the matdata, they will give a matdan against you. Now, I have a list of all the seats where Rahul Gandhi campaigned on before travelling to wherever he is right now, London, Muscat, whatever. Muzaffarpur, they lost. Darbhanga, they lost. Nalanda, they lost. Shekhpura, they lost. Aurangabad, they lost. Gaya, they lost. Purnia, they lost. Banka, they lost. Bhagalpur, they lost. The only lead they have is in Kishanganj. The entire Bihar has come together, risen above caste politics, religion politics, and voted for progress and development. Voted for security of women, voted for khushali of farmers, voted for employment that the yuva is getting. And this is a befitting reply to those who have tried to burn India. We have seen how the Bandhan, the Lat Bandhan for that matter, have come out and openly said and tried to entice the youth ki aaiye jalaiye desh ko. And the RJD official, I think he was the national spokesperson of the RJD or a very senior neta, who stayed on to his bayan that India will turn into Bangladesh and Nepal if the results are against
Is this an election where the X factor eventually became Nitish Kumar? Because on the ground, when you spoke to the people, more than anything else, their recall factor that yes, there are problems, but we trust Nitish Kumar to fix them became the war cry as far as the voters are concerned.
Absolutely, whether it was Nitish Kumar ji or Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi. I remember there was one video which I saw on your channel only of a RJD supporter who had a fight with his own wife, who said, "मैं तो मोदी जी को वोट दूंगी." So it is the double engine सरकार of Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji and Nitish ji. नीति और नियत are very important, Ankit, in politics. नीति तो सब बना लेते हैं, पर नियत किसके पास है उसको धरातल पे लाने की, which is what the double engine सरकार has done. And it is a shame that today a party which is the oldest party of India is on one seat, and going by the numbers, their Lat Bandhan is not even going to have the leader of opposition. Just imagine, Lalu Prasad Yadav, Chara Chor ki party is finished. Both his sons have lost. A man who could not keep his own family together was vying to keep Bihar.
Radhika, can I request you to stay on? Hold on to that thought. I mean, parties can write each other's obituary. I am not going to do that. We have seen in Indian politics how people have made comebacks, but we'll leave that at this moment. I want to go across to Patna, where my colleague Vasudha is joining us from the Bharatiya Janata Party headquarters. There, Vasudha, a cautious day of celebration to begin with. They wanted to be absolutely sure that instead of 2010, it doesn't turn into 2015, and now it's all out, isn't it? It has been sealed and delivered, and how?
Yeah. Absolutely, Ankit. The BJP fought on 101 seats. It's leading on 96 seats. How can you even explain a victory like this? Tuntal Krishna is here with us. He's the spokesperson. Krishna ji, ये बताइए कि आज what is expected and how would you explain a victory like this? Because clearly there are many corrective measures that you took, and it seems like not just the women, a lot of other communities also voted for you.
Bihar reposed its faith in Narendra Modi ji and his welfare programs. What we are seeing today is a result of a big process which was started by Narendra Modi ji when he came into power in 2014. ये जो डबल इंजन की सरकार का एफर्ट था ना वेलफेयर स्कीम्स का टू गिव यू ए गुड गवर्नेंस स्टेट, इन सारों का आपको मिक्स रिजल्ट देखने को आज मिला है. एंड एनडीए वोन NDA collectively fought and NDA collectively won.
So knowing the BJP, I know that you will also stake a claim at the CM's chair. Is Nitish Kumar going to be the Chief Minister, or there could be some changes?
Me, you or anyone, any individual, we cannot decide on Chief Ministership. Who will be the Chief Minister will be decided by NDA MLAs and Parliamentary Board. When a meeting of NDA MLAs will be convened, then they will decide who is going to be the leader of the NDA. And leader of the NDA is going to be the Chief Minister.
So you're saying that it will be a process. What is the process now? A lot of BJP leaders are going to come to the Patna office. Prime Minister is going to speak at 6 o'clock. Can you explain to us what happens?
See, great people of Bihar has given us this big win. We pay our gratitude to them, and definitely our workers who have worked so hard. So this is a big win for them. This celebration is for those workers. This celebration is for that blessing which Bihar gave to Narendra Modi ji. This celebration is for that, continuation of politics of development, continuation of politics of welfare, continuation of politics of good governance. So,
absolutely, congratulations. So let me also tell you how the party is preparing. Ankit, it's just a lot of celebrations here, and all of this is also in some ways preparation for the grand Utsav celebration that's going to take place at 5 p.m. And more importantly, meetings have already started. With a mandate like this, there will be a lot of changes in the cabinet, is what we've been told. At 4 p.m. is when the BJP leaders of Bihar, including Samrat Choudhary, is expected here. Dilip Jaiswal, the BJP president, is expected here.
Yes.
And of course, over the course of the next 2 days is when we will get to know how the cabinet is going to be formed. And around before 22nd is when the swearing-in ceremony is expected to take place.
Vasudha, absolutely amazing the atmosphere there must be at the BJP headquarters. I'll also go across to our colleague Gauri and Aishwarya, who are at the BJP headquarters in the national capital, waiting for the Prime Minister, who is expected to arrive there at 6 o'clock. Gauri, first to you. I can see people assembling. It has almost become like a tradition, isn't it? Big victory for the Bharatiya Janata Party. Prime Minister then comes in with his massive speech for his supporters and the well-wishers of the BJP.
Ankit, I think I heard your question correctly. Pardon me if I didn't, because of just the sheer volume of noise behind me, and I think that's the resounding mandate as well that we've been talking about on our broadcast. Behind me is the setup which is getting ready for the Prime Minister's address. Massive celebrations have taken place here at the BJP headquarters, and all eyes on the Prime Minister's address. There is very elaborate arrangements being made here. The messaging that the Prime Minister will give to his cadre, to his core vote base, and also respond in the wake of the kind of historic mandate that Vasudha was also mentioning from the Patna office in Delhi, in the BJP office there in Patna. But one thing I want to highlight and point out is that we've been speaking to a lot of BJP cadre and workers here the last couple of hours, and the mood here just tells the scale at which this mandate has come in, the kind of celebrations that have actually happened, and of course also how they are expecting the Prime Minister's message in terms of the next couple of hours. And I think that is really going to set the mood. In fact, one of the cadre members actually said that ab Bengal agla nishana hai, and that is exactly what the BJP machinery would be focused on. Infusing the cadre with enthusiasm and momentum for the upcoming elections.
They have, in fact, the Bengal BJP has already tweeted with a picture of Mamata Banerjee that the mission next is Bengal. Bihar done, we are coming to Bengal. Aishwarya, the scale of the victory in Maharashtra, if that was the shock for the opposition, the scale of the victory in Bihar is going to, in fact, send this whole idea, or at least the narrative of the SIR, in complete ICU, something that the voters and the BJP is going to go to the town with, have completely rejected in Bihar.
Well, certainly, and the shockwaves have reached at the opposition camp. It is the entire India bloc which has now felt that shockwave, just because in the upcoming election, certainly the opposition parties, apart from the Congress, will think of having an alliance with the Congress. The kind of numbers that the Congress party have got reduced to just 2 or 1. It is surely a kind of ripples that will be felt across different political parties. But it is, of course, the kind of victory that neither the LJP nor we have heard from the JDU that they will go past 200 is something that the Bharatiya Janata Party cadres clearly believes in. They are saying that it is just Bihar elections. अब की बार बिहार and झांकी अभी पश्चिम बंगाल की अभी बाकी है. Such slogans were heard from here as well. But here at the BJP headquarters, what we have seen is a massive number of cadres of Bharatiya Janata Party gathering over here at one place, because now what we have been told is the BJP Delhi State Unit President Virendra Sachdeva on your screens and at the stage along with Arun Singh is now managing the entire campus, because it's a alert in the national capital, and amid of that Prime Minister Narendra Modi is going to address large number of cadres over here. So due to security arrangements, every cadre is being moved out of the BJP headquarters, and with full security check they will be again allowed to come back inside after the equipment also being checked of the media personals as well. So amid of this high security, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is going to address to the cadres on this historic victory of the Bharatiya Janata Party.
I will give you that moment so that you can also, in fact, make sure that all our equipment and everything is checked. And I beg your pardon, ladies and gentlemen, Professor Narayan, very quickly, Tessin Poonawalla is also with us here in the studio. I just want to look at the numbers of the NDA. 204, strike rate of every component or every constituent of the NDA is exceptionally high. Yeah. This tells you that the vote transfer, Tessin, has been seamless. I mean, it wouldn't have happened. We have not, like we saw in last time, the BJP and the NDA won. They got about 125 seats. But there was, because of the LJP, vote coming down of the JDU. This time, with the LJP coming in, look at the strike rate. It seems that every component, every part has fired and fired to the maximum.
So at the onset, I can see Radhika on the screen. So I want to congratulate Radhika. All the best, Radhika. You all fought a very good election and you deserve the success. Look, at the end of the day, we have to look within and we have to ask ourselves some questions. And as you rightly put, the math that Amit Shah ji worked for the BJP. He understood that Nitish ji's performance last time was impacted because Chirag Paswan was away. So they built a coalition, a larger, or as we called it, a rainbow coalition. That worked in tandem. Nobody was pulling the other person down and it worked as a team. On the other hand, if we are, and again, let me put this out here, I'm a Congress voter, I want Congress to win. But if you introspect, what is a friendly fight? I don't understand, we had a friendly fight.
No, but the question is, you use the word introspect. Is there introspection? No. You saw what happened in Haryana, you saw what happened in Maharashtra, and then the same story is being repeated here in Bihar.
It's not just the same story, it's the same set of people responsible for the loss of Punjab, Haryana, Delhi, and Maharashtra who were involved in Bihar. How long, and they will continue to be rewarded.
I just want to very quickly,
just one line, when does the loyal Congress Karyakarta come in a studio like NDTV and say, we won? When will that happen?
Okay, just give me a second. I just want to play out these visuals, because women, we can keep talking about the caste arithmetic and how the vote transfer has happened, but one vote bank that Nitish Kumar has banked on and has given, bang for buck for Nitish Kumar has been the women voter in Bihar across caste line, because I can't believe that it would be anything but people voting from every section of the society in a mandate like this. These visuals that you are seeing, just let's play them out full frame. They are coming in from Chief Minister Nitish Kumar's village, Kalyan Bigha in Nalanda district of Bihar. women are celebrating the massive victory of the NDA. I mean, these are not, you can't qualify them as karyakartas of the JDU or the karyakartas of the Bharatiya Janata Party. It's the women folk in his village who are celebrating, and that is the defining picture, isn't it, Professor Narayan, of this election?
Yeah, Ankit, you're very right. Actually, this election can't be analyzed based on the caste, because it is beyond that. And what is that? I say that it is the beneficiary elections. Beneficiary in terms of women, beneficiary in terms of caste. You know, even among Yadavs, there were 1/3 are poor. You see the Bihar caste survey data. 33% Yadavs are poor. And these all policies are reaching to them. The first thing is the policies, and the women are the most beneficiary of these policies. And it did not work as only policy and beneficiary. It gave them a confidence. It gave them identity. So and because of that, because of this self-help group, Jivika Didi, Vote Didi, you know, 90,000 women were deployed on the booth this election. And also, you know, with all these factors, second factor is emotional connect for the Nitish Kumar. Without emotion, you can't get this kind of result.
Absolutely. So, and people don't realize that, you know, just take for example the police force in Bihar. 28% of that police force, the workforce, are women, highest across the country. No other place has the number of women local police officers and the police personnel that they are in Bihar. It is a continuous effort from 2005 that is giving Nitish Kumar the kind of edge that he has, especially among the women voters. It's undoubted the kind of support and the hope that they have in Nitish Kumar. Very quickly, I just want to go across to, in fact, Ms. Batham, who's joining us from the Congress party. Chitra ji, you know, before this election began, a lot of questions were being asked on the future of the JDU. Questions were being asked, बीजेपी का नेक्स्ट जेन पैन बिहार लीडर कौन है, वोट बैंक का क्या होगा जेडीयू का, you know, if they lose this election. Now the question is reserved. More than the BJP or the JDU, you have a youth leader, but the Congress party, the Mahagathbandhan, the RJD will have to think, where is their vote bank?
So Ankit, can you hear me?
I can, ma'am. Go ahead.
Yeah. So Ankit, what I was saying is, right now when the election results are so massively aligned with the NDA, that is why everybody is praising Nitish ji and all his so-called good governance policies, etc., etc. But the question still remains: why are they still shying away from, you know, declaring him as a CM? Will they declare him as a CM?
आज तो छोड़ दीजिए, अब वो किसी को भी सीएम बनाए. आपका सीएम कैंडिडेट चुनाव नहीं जीत रहा है, आप सवाल पूछ रही हैं वो किसको सीएम बनाएंगे? Okay, I don't know whether Chitra ji has been able to.
I just want to say, if you can just cut to me, Chitra ji, I have a lot of respect for you, and I am a Congress voter. उनके घर में बिरयानी नहीं बन रही, हम उस पर बात कर रहे हैं, हमें खाना नहीं मिल रहा है. वो बिरयानी खाए या ना खाए वो हमारी दिक्कत नहीं, हमें खाना नहीं मिल रहा, हमें दाल चावल नहीं मिल रही. प्लीज हमें अंदर देखना है. व्हाट आर वी डूइंग? आई एम अ कांग्रेस वोटर. कब हम सेलिब्रेट करें? नीतीश जी बने मुख्यमंत्री या मोदी जी रिजाइन करते बने, हम नहीं बन रहे. दिक्कत वहां आ रही है. चित्रा जी,
यार राधिका हंस रही हैं आप लोग, मतलब कांग्रेस वोटर और कांग्रेस स्पोक्सपर्सन की लड़ाई हो रही है. राधिका हंस रही है.
स्पोक्सपर्सन नहीं हूं, पर अगर मैं गलत कह रहा हूं,
शी इज देयर. आई एम सेइंग कांग्रेस वोटर एंड कांग्रेस स्पोक्सपर्सन आर फाइटिंग. राधिका इज स्माइलिंग.
नीतीश जी बने नहीं बने, मुझे क्या करना है?
Okay, because we were talking about women, I have to.
I'm not fighting with anybody who's a Congress voter. I have not even spoken, you know, to him. बट मैं ये सिर्फ बताना चाह रही हूँ कि बिरयानी खाने के लिए तो
प्रधानमंत्री there is some breaking news coming in. Home Minister Amit Shah has put out a post on X, and he has said that this is the victory of every Bihari who believes in developed Bihar, those who practice Jungle Raj and appeasement politics, no matter what disguise they take, will not stand a chance to loot. The public now gives its mandate solely on the basis of politics of performance. I congratulate Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Chief Minister Nitish Kumar, and all the NDA leaders and workers. I also salute all BJP workers in Bihar from the booth level to the state level who through their tireless work have made the result a reality. This is the Home Minister, in fact, now celebrating, congratulating the people of Bihar. People have called him the Chanakya. He was there in the thick of the action, spending. I stayed almost for a month at the Maurya Hotel in Patna. The only time I had a problem getting a room was because the Home Minister every second day was there. This tells you that the general was leading the election from front. I want to play out at this moment, ladies and gentlemen, what Home Minister Amit Shah told NDTV on our platform in Bihar. In fact, when the power play in Bihar, he was quite confident and predicted a victory of the magnitude 160 plus was his prediction for NDA. Listen in.
आपको ये कॉन्फिडेंस है कि इस वक्त बीजेपी अपना बेस्ट एफर परफॉर्मेंस बीट कर पाएगी?
अभी दूसरा चरण थोड़ा प्रचार वहां पर पिकअप नहीं हुआ है. बीजेपी की सीट बाय सीट आकलन करना अभी दूसरे चरण का बहुत कठिन है, परंतु जो ओवरऑल मैक्रो पॉलिटिकल एटमॉस्फेयर बना है, एनडीए गठबंधन 160 के आसपास सीट जीत कर आएगा और जो बचा है वो सारा सब में बटेगा.
You know, as I've been asking, and I asked every BJP spokesperson, I asked Radhika also, I think the Home Minister could, he said 160, he also didn't think that the magnitude of the victory is going to be this big, कि वो बिल्कुल 2010 वाला भी cross करने वाले. Before I go on, I have to go to Radhika, she's been waiting patiently, but before I do that, we just want to play out for our viewers, because right since early morning, we have been analyzing the numbers, and as the leads have come in, and it has turned out to be a day of historic mandate for the people of Bihar, who have delivered a resounding verdict in favor of the NDA. Seat after seat, constituency after constituency, the numbers surged in one direction, and the direction is with NDA. Celebrations, ladies and gentlemen, from Patna to Delhi have begun.
एनडीए की अब तक की सबसे बड़ी विजय इस चुनाव में पक्की है दोस्तों.
A prediction that came true, and resoundingly so. A bumper mandate for NDA in Bihar. Littis, jalebis and laddus. Celebrations galore in the NDA camp. With a historic sweep, it's clear that the NDA had struck the right chords with the voters. With the Mahagathbandhan's rout, Bihar put its vote of confidence in welfare delivery, leadership advantage of the NDA. A big credit for the NDA's win has been given to the 10,000 rupees assistance for 1.3 crore women, seen in a record 71% women turnout. Free 125-unit electricity and a big pension hike, 1,100 rupees, that brought senior citizens firmly to Nitish's side. While the NDA stayed on message, welfare and stability, the opposition lost its way. Perceived youth anger over jobs and migration failed to strike a chord. At a time when a high-profile murder in Patna had placed the NDA on the defensive over law and order, Mahagathbandhan changed course.
तेजस्वी यादव, श्री राहुल गांधी और श्री अखिलेश यादव, ये तीनों लोग मिलकर के ये तीनों बैटमैन फेल हो गए.
The pivoting of the opposition campaign on the SIR issue with the statewide yatras didn't find much traction. Even as the exit polls predicted an easy NDA win, the final results surprised even the pollsters and political pundits. With Bihar done, NDA now eyes Bengal.
बिहार की जीत तो झांकी है, अगली बारी हमारी दीदी बंगाल वाली दीदी तुम सुन लो, बंगाल अभी बाकी है.
Bihar has proved the saying, old is still gold, as Nitish Kumar emerges once again as the OG vote magnet. After over 2 decades at the helm of Bihar's politics, the state's longest-serving Chief Minister Nitish Kumar has proved all the apprehensions over his health wrong. Concerns over Nitish Kumar's health and his waning appeal gave rise to whispers, but they remain that, whispers, with the voters speaking loud and clear.
While on one hand there are laddu, jalebi and everything in the works that you can think of for the NDA, it has been a disastrous run and end of that campaign for Mahagathbandhan in Bihar as Tejashwi Rahul duo failed to win seats despite pulling massive rallies. Many saw youngsters coming to their events, to their rallies, and even some pollsters thought that there is a clear edge that the Mahagathbandhan has as far as the young voter between 8 to 29 are concerned. When you look at the margin and the magnitude of this victory, it seemed that eventually everybody had put their faith in Nitish Kumar led NDA in Bihar. Let's take a look at the factors that resulted in this resounding defeat of the Mahagathbandhan.
या जो सीटें महागठबंधन जीत रही है उसको डिक्लेयर मत करो, एनडीए की सीटों को जो है वो डिक्लेयर करो.
An assertion by the RJD Sion at the beginning of the day sounded hollow in a few hours. The Mahagathbandhan's performance this time was a shadow of its 2020 results when the opposition bloc fell just short of forming the government. It was a campaign where one of the key faces, Rahul Gandhi, was missing for almost 2 months and joined only towards the end. There was also buzz about discord within the alliance, with RJD reportedly wresting the CM face from Congress. MGB's social engineering math was also weak. 40% of Congress candidates were upper caste. For the RJD, only 7% of their candidates were EBC. On cue, the Gathbandhan justified the results by blaming the Election Commission.
रुझानों में जरूर लग रहा है कि ज्ञानेश कुमार गुप्ता भारी पड़ रहे हैं बिहार की जनता पर. मैं बिहार की जनता को तो कम नहीं आंक सकता. उन्होंने पूरा हिम्मत दिखाई है, SIR के बावजूद दिखाई है, वोट चोरी के बावजूद दिखाई है.
RJD had laid the groundwork from Thursday itself, raising a conspiracy theory and threats.
और खास तौर पे ऐसी सीटें जहां मार्जिन कम है या जो सीटें महागठबंधन जीत रही है उसको डिक्लेयर मत करो, एनडीए की सीटों को जो है वो डिक्लेयर करो.
हमारे आवाज को नहीं दाब सकता है. आप लोग भी अच्छी तरह से जानते हैं. कोई व्यक्ति चाहेगा कि हम फूंक फेंक के हमको डरा दे, तो FIR भी होगा, फिर भी जो सच्चाई होगा हम लगातार डालिए रहेंगे.
BJP was quick to dismiss RJD's allegations.
कुछ लोग जो है वो जनादेश को स्वीकार करने के बजाय उस पर जो है हाहाकार करने में ज्यादा यकीन करते हैं, तो वो उनको जो है नुकसान करता है.
Well, the people of Bihar have spoken and they've spoken loudly enough that the Mahagathbandhan needs to introspect really hard. Several factors seem to have worked for the NDA, from social engineering to the magic of Nitish and Narendra Modi. For the Mahagathbandhan, it's clearly an inability to assure the people of Bihar that they are capable of leading them to a bright future. With camera person Ashwini Mehra, this is Vasudha Venugopal for NDTV.
Just a short while back, we spoke to senior BJP leader, Member of Parliament from Patna Sahib, Ravi Shankar Prasad. He spoke about the core voters of the NDA and how the MGB vote bank is also shifting from under their feet.
People have risen above caste and community. Are you suggesting that people who are traditionally not your voters, who are core voters of the Mahagathbandhan, and I would assume by that you mean Muslims and Yadavs, they have also voted for you in this election? And if yes, are they Muslim women and Yadav women whose votes you think you've got?
I think those things will have to await a proper analysis of statistics, but yes, there was a profound congregation of people having a trust in the future of Bihar. That's the only way I would tell you.
Ravi Shankar ji, Sanjeev Srivastava has a question for you.
Statistics subsequently.
रवि शंकर जी नमस्ते, संजीव श्रीवास्तव बोल रहा हूँ। चूंकि आपने अभी कहा कि पीपल ऑफ बिहार हैव ट्रांसेंडेड द कास्ट बैरियर, यही पद्मजा ने अभी पूछा था। जो 38 सीटें महागठबंधन की अभी दिखा रहा है फिगर, इसका मतलब कि जो उनका कोर वोट बैंक है वो भी बिखर गया क्या इस बार? और क्या ये एक आने वाले चुनावों की ओर भी संकेत दे सकता है कि अब ये फाइनली वो बैरियर क्रॉस किया है कि भाई ये क्योंकि मुझे तो घूमते हुए बिहार में लगा था इस बार ही पूरी तरह से देखिए कास्ट ही काबिज है।
ये लिमोसियन लिबरल के आप भी मेंबर थे, मैं देख रहा था। राहुल कंवल मखाना के खेत में कूद गए थे तो मैंने उनका अभिनंदन भी किया, अच्छी बात है। रुचिर मखाना खा रहे थे तो मुझे अच्छा लगा। जब वहां जाइएगा तो सच्चाई मालूम होगी, समझे आप? पहली बात मैं आपसे ये कहूंगा, आपको मैं ये नहीं कर रहा हूं कि आपको ब्लेम कर रहा हूं। देखिए इस बात को समझिए आप, अगर एमवाई की बात करें तो एमवाई में भी महिलाएं होती हैं कि नहीं? यादव में महिलाएं होती हैं कि नहीं? और वो भी तो देखती है ना, वो भी अपने बच्चों का भविष्य देखती है ना। लेकिन जो बड़ा सवाल मैं आपसे ये देख रहा हूं कि जो उनके ट्रेडिशनल वोट बैंक हैं उनके अंदर भी भविष्य के बिहार की तस्वीर आती है कि नहीं आती है? ये बहुत बड़ी बात मैं आपसे कहने की कोशिश कर रहा हूं।
Co-presented by Motorola Edge 60 Pro. Grab Motorola Edge 60 Pro today. JK Tire, Smart Tire. Co-powered by Bata, Make Your Way. Brought to you by Gold ETF. It's Aaj Ka Gold. And Ionic Wealth.
Long night?
You have no idea.
I got you.
I know you'll make it through. Every day is gone. Motorola Edge 60 Pro. Hello, Moto.
Some moments begin long before the celebration. A touch of sparkle, a thoughtful surprise, and smiles that say it all. With Bata, step into sparkle and joy, presenting Brighter Moments collection. This festive season, style begins at ₹799. Bata, make your way. Visit your nearest Bata store.
I killed my plants.
Ah, bummer. Try putting them in the shower.
On it. Am I supposed to be in the shower with them?
Definitely not.
The all-new Motorola Razr 60. Dangerously cool.
Welcome back. At 6 o'clock, Prime Minister Narendra Modi speaks to the voters and, of course, his party cadre in Bihar. We were just discussing in the studio with Professor Badrinath and Tehseen Poonawala about the ability, Tehseen, of the Congress party to not, or the opposition on the large, not understand and course correct. From 2024, if they had a little bit of upper hand with the victory of Maharashtra and this victory of Bihar, that edge has completely been diminished.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the opposition, first the issues in the Lok Sabha were completely different from the issues in the state assembly. So in the Lok Sabha it may have worked that the constitution is in danger, but in the state assembly everybody knows the constitution is not in danger.
No, but largely the theme is fear factor. Reservation हटा देंगे, अभी आपका वोट ले जाएंगे.
So what happens with that is, we all know the problems. What is the solution that I can give? People understand the problems. Are you giving a solution? The BJP has one solution. You may like or not like those solutions, but there is a ready-made solution. You know that this is what the BJP stands for. What is it? And I'm again asking you, what is it that the opposition stands for? What is that model? Now tell me one model, Professor Saab, you're Ankit, and you've covered the Congress, that has been consistent in the Congress's issue. They took up the issue of Rafale. Rafale. It's disappeared. Then caste. It's disappeared. Then vote chori. you get success when you stick to one thing. The BJP stuck to Ram Mandir. It stuck to 370. You like it or you dislike it. So
but the detractors, just give me a second. They would say Rahul Gandhi is sticking to vote chori. It doesn't matter what the election.
No,
is.
He's sticking. The sticking is for a short period of time. What happened to the earlier issue you raised? That's gone away now. Now nobody's talking about caste census suddenly. And before that, nobody's talking about. So you get some amount of attention. The issue's over. Those issues are not resonating. When you're in opposition, I have to say what are the lacuna in government? A. B. What is my solution to provide better?
All right, these are some live shots coming in at this moment. That is Chirag Paswan, if I'm not mistaken. His party fought 29, one seat they got disqualified, 28. That's his brother-in-law, his member of parliament, and that's his mother that you are seeing at this moment on your screens. 19 from one seat in 2020. Chirag Paswan has taken his party's fortunes to 19. And make no mistake, ladies and gentlemen, in this election, if we are still talking about Nitish Kumar and Lalu Prasad Yadav, the baggage on the RJD and the X factor that is Nitish Kumar Yadav, Chirag Paswan, Tejashwi Yadav are going to fight, slug it out in the election 2030. They are the young faces as far as the election of Bihar is concerned. He has in fact led his party. Now he's a union minister. 5 out of 5 that seats that they got in the Lok Sabha they have won, and now 19 out of 28 is their strike rate in the Vidhan Sabha election as well. Make no mistake, Chirag Paswan's party is going to be one of the important stakeholders in the upcoming government as well. And hopefully, I mean, at least for the LJP and Chirag Paswan would be hoping once the Nitish era is over, he can emerge as that EBC, pichda backward leader in Bihar. Professor Narayan, while these visuals are playing, RJD last time and this time got a similar vote percentage, 23% vote, but about 45 seats less than what they got last time. Does this tell you that the election management, the way BJP approaches election management seat by seat is something that the opposition will have to learn? Otherwise, they will be in fact subjected to this fate election after election.
Yeah, Ankit, you are very right. Actually, what BJP does, BJP always work very hard and never become confident. They always think they are not going to win in that way. And they know and they understand the social chemistry and the social equations. And through that they work, like Dusad sir, 5% population in Bihar, and scattered in every part of Bihar. So 5% if added in the vote, which BJP already has, that will make a lot of difference in the election result. So one thing is this. Secondly, the election architect like Amit Shah and the Dharmendra Pradhan, very silent worker at the field. No one, he never appeared in the media in a big way, but they work on the field. Third thing is they are doing a positive politics, that's the politics of hope. And on the other hand, you rightly pointed out, Congress politics is based on the politics of fear. They always want to evoke fear, vote chori, the constitutions, the communalism, and through that they Hindutva, and through that they want to polarize votes. And that will not work always.
While we are talking about the people, those who have worked very intricately to make this victory possible for the BJP and the NDA, in JDU, Sanjay Jha is that person who has in fact he tried to take the JDU to a new gen election fighting machine. Nitish Kumar, a socialist leader, may or may not have approved. I mean, post the 2015 experience with Prashant Kishor, though they got the victory, then Prashant Kishor left them in 2018. After that, a new team of experts, strategists, those who are managing their social media, putting out Nitish Kumar image. Yesterday, I had the privilege of speaking to somebody who, in fact, was able to tell me point by point how from January to going up to the election, they tried to change the whole image and perception of Nitish Kumar, the voters, and the way, in fact, Mahilas were targeted, old speeches of Nitish Kumar going on their WhatsApp, all that has made an impact. These are celebration shots which are coming in from the JDU office, Nitish Kumar, and this is Chirag Paswan, of course. last election was the election when, for the first time, Chirag Paswan fought the election with his father not being around. That election, he was largely seen as somebody who has been used to take on the JDU, ensure that the JDU is not able to cross, a number of seats. They were reduced to 43. This time, with the addition of Chirag Paswan in the NDA, it seems, Professor Badrinarayan, not only has he benefited himself, there has been a seamless transfer of votes which now is being reflected in the strike rate that we are seeing of the NDA.
Yeah, indeed, Ankit, it was the power of Ramesh Paswan also. He has always power to transfer his votes. So his value always remain constant in the politics. And the power of transferring vote transferred to the Chirag Paswan, and that vote added with the BJP and the JDU votes and made a huge difference for him and for others also, because in MLA elections you lose the election for 5,000 votes, 6,000 votes.
Okay.
If those 5% dusarts will be added everywhere, that will make a big difference.
Testing very quickly, Congress at this moment has gone up to 5 leads, though Asaduddin Owaisi has 6 at this moment.
Yeah.
How much of a danger is Asaduddin Owaisi when it comes to pan-India? Let me take it to 2029 election. The Congress party, it is generally been seen, or at least sensed, when it comes to the general election, the minority votes, especially the Muslim votes, like to rally behind the Congress because they think they are the national alternative. If this trend continues and we'll see Owaisi possibly meddling in West Bengal, then in Assam as well, how difficult or dangerous is this trend for the Congress party?
It is extremely difficult considering that the Congress keeps on losing its Muslim vote bank. In Maharashtra, for example, it handed over its entire Muslim vote bank to the Shiv Sena UBT on a platter, and I don't understand why. Secondly, one of the things that I saw on the Patna airport when I was flying back was a lot of Muslims who had come to vote, and I was kind of surprised that you've come all the way to vote. Their take was, look, SIR, if we lose our vote, we may lose our citizenship. But more importantly, a lot of them were voting for OAC. Their point was, you want a 100% vote, but you're not giving us equal ticket. And then one visual picture of the representation, one picture of Tejashwi sitting with the Deputy Chief Minister candidate, whereas there was a Muslim on the carpet down. I think that went very viral.
Okay, I want to very quickly on these visuals of Mr. Chirag Paswan. We earlier spoke to one of his party's young MP, Shambhavi Choudhary, about Chirag Paswan and the future, of course, the magnitude of this victory and the future for the LJP. Take a look.
Is this way beyond your wildest imagination? Forget the Kante ki takkar. This is as a headline now says, tsunami, because you got a tsunamo, like a Nemo. So tsunamo in Bihar.
See, we were very definite of our victory. Like I said earlier also, that there was no doubt that NDA was winning this election. But of course, we were working very hard on the margin, on the number of seats. And I think the effort has finally paid off. There was a sense of confidence among the NDA leaders, and also the voters were intact. The voters were looking towards a progressive Bihar, were looking towards a government that has advocated for the rights of every Bihari, and definitely the development oriented politics that has emerged in Bihar is the sole reason behind this glorious victory.
Shambhaviji, Ankit has a question for you. Ankit,
I just wanted to ask you, because Chirag Paswan has, your party leader has said that in the next election, most likely his politics would be in Bihar more than that is at the center. Does this set Chirag Paswan on the stage for 2030 as possibly the young top leader of the EBCs as well, if that space is given by Mr. Nitish Kumar by 2030?
I think our national president Chirag Paswan ji had already established himself as a leader after the 2024 Lok Sabha polls, and there was no doubt that he is already an emerging face for Bihar politics. But for 2030, I think we will have to wait and watch. It is solely our leader's decision, and whatever the party decides. Right now, our focus is to deliver on our promises that we've made in the Vidhan Sabha elections and focus on our delivery.
Chirag Paswan, the leader of the LJP Ramvilas, has spoken after resounding victory of his party and the NDA. Listen in.
सबसे पहले मैं बिहार की जनता को, बिहार की महान जनता को विशेष धन्यवाद और बधाई देता हूं कि जिस तरीके से एक ऐतिहासिक फैसला बिहार की जनता ने एनडीए को एक प्रचंड जीत देकर अगले 5 साल बिहार को विकास की राह पर गति देने की सोच के साथ ये फैसला लिया है। मैं ये मानता हूं और मैंने हमेशा कहा है कि बिहार और बिहारियों में वो बुद्धि है, वो क्षमता है कि सही समय पर सही फैसला लेते हैं। ये एक लंबे समय के बाद बिहार में डबल इंजन की सरकार को मजबूती देने का एक ऐसा लम्हा आया जहां एक तरफ मेरे प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी की सोच तो वहीं मुख्यमंत्री नीतीश कुमार जी के अनुभव का गठजोड़ अगले 5 साल
Co-presented by Motorola Edge 60 Pro. Grab Motorola Edge 60 Pro today. JK Tire, Smart Tire. Co-powered by Bata, make your way. Brought to you by Gold ETF. It's Aaj ka Gold and Ionic Wealth.
Motorola Edge 60 Pro. Hello, Moto.
एंड ऑफ द मंथ और ये बची कुची सैलरी, इतने में क्या ही मिलेगा यार।
इतने में तो सिर्फ सोना ही मिलेगा।
सोना? तो ठीक तो है ना?
गोल्ड ETF 200 रुपए हो या कम, इन्वेस्ट विद जस्ट अ डीमैट अकाउंट। एंड द बेस्ट पार्ट, ये रेगुलेटेड है एंड इट्स बैक्ड बाय रियल गोल्ड।
क्या बात है यार।
Gold ETF. It's Aaj ka Gold. A simple way to diversify and balance portfolios with 200 rupees or less.
Long night?
You have no idea.
I got you.
Motorola Edge 60 Pro. Hello, Moto.
Some moments begin long before the celebration. A touch of sparkle, a thoughtful surprise, and smiles that say it all. With Bata, step into sparkle and joy, presenting Brighter Moments collection. This festive season, style begins at ₹799. Bata, make your way. Visit your nearest Bata store.
This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV 24/7.
And those celebrations are just getting started. Viewer, you tell me, what do we call our coverage if not Sunimo? Just look at the numbers on your screen right now on NDTV. These are live figures. We don't manufacture figures. This is exactly what's happening on the Election Commission website as well. 202 to the NDA, 34 to the Mahagathbandhan. This is a historic decimation in Bihar of the Mahagathbandhan. The NDA is riding high. There is muscle and momentum. Prime Minister Modi in an hour from now will be going to the BJP headquarters in Delhi. Let me quickly get you the top stories to wrap. It is the Tsunami, the Nemo factor has trumped all. Nitish and BJP set for clean sweep in Bihar with massive 200 plus mandate. Celebrations in Patna. JDU puts Nitish posters. Mahagathbandhan staring at a humiliating defeat in Bihar. Congress only leading in single digits between 4 and 5 seats. Mukesh Sahni says the MGB will introspect. The JDU's jailed Bahubali Anant Singh has won from Mokama. He wins by over 28,000 votes. A reminder of Bahubali and strongman politics that continues to remain alive in Bihar. Sare Zameen Par for Prashant Kishor. His Suraaj party has debuted with a duck. Suraaj fails to open its account in Bihar. But the story isn't that simple. We'll tell you more. Tiny bit of solace for the Congress party. They've swept the Jubilee Hills by-poll. BRS candidate faces a landslide defeat. BJP cries conspiracy, accuses the Congress of distributing money for votes. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who will be at the BJP headquarters in Delhi in about 45 minutes from now, has just spoken out for the first time on the big Bihar win by the NDA. The Prime Minister has just put out on social media, the victory of good governance has been achieved. The victory of development has been achieved. The victory of the spirit of public welfare has been achieved, says the Prime Minister. The victory of social justice has been achieved. My deepest gratitude to the family members of Bihar who have blessed the NDA with a historic and unprecedented victory in the 2025 Assembly elections. This resounding public mandate will empower us to serve the people and work with new resolve for Bihar. The NDA has ensured all-round development of the state. The people have given us a massive majority after witnessing our track record and our vision to take the state to new heights. I heartily congratulate Chief Minister Nitish Kumar ji and our NDA family allies Chirag Paswan, Jitan Ram Manji and Upendra Kushwaha for this resounding victory. I express my gratitude to each worker of the NDA who've worked tirelessly. They went among the public, presented our development agenda and firmly countered every lie of the opposition. Remember, the Prime Minister will be making a speech at the BJP headquarters in a short while from now. We're counting down to that as well. He says, I appreciate them from the bottom of my heart. In the coming times, we will work actively to develop Bihar, give a new identity to its infrastructure and the state's culture. We will ensure that the youth power and women power here get ample opportunities for a prosperous life. That's the big statement right now from the Prime Minister. Let me quickly get a reaction from Ashok Malik, Tehseen Punawala also with us here as resident commentators and experts. Ashok, your first reaction to what the Prime Minister has just said, a lengthy statement thanking the people of Bihar, promising a new identity in the state. We just played out a soundbite of his from a rally just before the results where he said this was going to be historic, and it is.
This is a qualitatively different statement from what the Prime Minister would have said if the NDA had won, but the JDU had finished well ahead, and the BJP was a secondary ally, as has been the case so far. Okay, this shows that the BJP is clearly not just the party ahead; it is the party of the future. It is going to outsurvive Nitish Kumar when his distinguished career ends, whenever it ends. And institutionally, it will overtake it has overtaken the JDU. So this is the Prime Minister laying out a long-term agenda for governance in Bihar, but also for the BJP in Bihar.
Tehseen, what did you think of the Prime Minister's statement? Narendra Modi and Nitish have had a bumpy sort of thing behind them. The BJP is showing up, 10 more than the JDU. There's that dynamic here as well. But it seems like this one really worked out, and that reflects in his comment. What did you think?
Absolutely. I think the Prime Minister was being gracious. Also, I think he was being magnanimous by calling this an NDA victory, which it is, despite the fact that the BJP is number one. But you must also remember that the highest growth in this election has been of the JDU. It's got the most number of seats. So while, yes, the BJP may be number one, the highest growth has been of Nitish Kumar ji. And it is very obvious that the BJP will not upset that dynamic. This statement, if you read between the lines, the Prime Minister is very clear by calling it an NDA victory of Vikas and good governance. He's very clear Nitish ji will at least for now continue to be the face while the Prime Minister continues. So it's very, very clear what the Prime Minister's put out, ending some YouTubers' speculation on Twitter that there could be something else, but then we know that the YouTubers have been getting it wrong all along.
But you probably wouldn't rule out two and a half, something like
which is what I'm saying.
Because it is different from what it would have been if the JDU had won.
That's true, but it won't happen before you.
No, absolutely. And Nitish Kumar's victory, role in the victory is very, very important.
And we are clear that he is going to be the Chief Minister, because the Prime Minister has addressed him as Chief Minister Nitish Kumar ji as well.
Exactly, that was the word.
That is an important part of that statement.
Chief Minister Nitish Kumar is very clear that the Prime Minister made it clear.
Pradeep Bhandari of the BJP is also with us. Pradeep, welcome. A big congratulations to your party. Incredible, stellar performance. Tsunami is how we're describing it here on NDTV, and I hear that it's gone viral on social media as well. The BJP headquarters must be decked up, as we've just seen, awaiting the Prime Minister's arrival. I think you're on mute, Pradeep.
Yes, Shiv, we are all at the headquarters and we are waiting for the Honorable Prime Minister because today's day is historic, Shiv. And I say this because of the following reasons. Point number one, recall, Shiv, you'll be a very experienced journalist and you have Mr. Ashok Malik with you. Generally, analysts used to say that anti-incumbency is a trend which settles in with somebody who is in governance. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has broken that and has established that pro-incumbency has become a habit under Prime Minister Narendra Modi in governance. And this is state agnostic. Whether it is Maharashtra, whether it is Bihar, whether it is Gujarat and Madhya Pradesh, PM has established that you can get more mandate, more support of the people if you do good governance and development.
राज के कारण बिहार बदनाम भी हुआ। बिहार ये गाली है, ऐसा जो उनको लग रहा था, इसके लिए वो बार-बार कहते थे कि हम बिहारी सब पे भारी है, हम मेहनती है, हम टैलेंटेड है, हम काम करना चाहते हैं, मगर हमें मौका मिलना चाहिए। मगर वहाँ बिहार में उनको मौका नहीं मिलता।
सहयोगी सुमित अवस्थी आपसे सवाल करेंगे। सुमित,
पाटिल साहब, ये बताइए कि इतनी बड़ी जीत हासिल करने के लिए 243 में से 202 पे आप लीड कर रहे हैं, इसके लिए कितने दिन पहले तैयारी शुरू करनी पड़ती है, कितनी मेहनत लगती है और कैसे कर पाते हैं आप?
आज जीत हुई है ना, आज का जो विजय रैली निकलेगी वो अगले इलेक्शन की तैयारी ही होगी।
अच्छा,
तो उसी दिन से शुरू हो जाता है, जब रिजल्ट आना शुरू होता है वहीं से अगले इलेक्शन की तैयारी करनी पड़ती है। वो एक दिन, एक महीना, एक साल ऐसा इसमें नहीं होता है, पूरा 5 साल उसके लिए मेहनत करनी पड़ती है। और माननीय प्रधानमंत्री मोदी साहब, श्री अमित शाह साहब जिस तरह से प्लानिंग करके मेहनत करते हैं, मेहनत तो करते हैं सब लोग, और प्लानिंग के आधार पर जो मेहनत करते हैं उसका परिणाम ये हमें आज बिहार में देखने को मिल रहा है।
पाटिल साहब, एक सवाल और लेने का मन कर रहा मेरा आपसे। बीजेपी सबसे बड़ी पार्टी है, 91% का स्ट्राइक रेट, 92 सीटें जीतती हुई दिखाई दे रही है। क्या बीजेपी चाहेगी कि अब तो अपना मुख्यमंत्री बनना चाहिए?
देखो, मैं और निर्णय करने में उसमें नहीं हूँ, और मैं ऐसा मानता हूँ कि पार्टी ने नीतीश कुमार जी को ही मुख्यमंत्री बनाना और उसी का नाम आगे करके इलेक्शन लड़ा हुआ है, और पार्टी उसी के रास्ते पे शायद आगे जाएगी ऐसा लगता है, और बिहार के लोग भी यही चाहते हैं। और माननीय प्रधानमंत्री मोदी साहब का और जी नीतीश कुमार जी का जिस तरह से एक दूसरे के प्रति संबंध है, एक प्रेम है, एक भावना है, एक विश्वास है, और जिस तरह नीतीश कुमार जी सुशासन की बात करते हैं, उन्होंने 20 साल में कभी उनके ऊपर कोई करप्शन का आक्षेप नहीं लगा। उन्होंने बिहार को पूरा जंगल राज से बाहर निकालने के लिए सफलतापूर्वक प्रयत्न किए। मोदी साहब के साथ मिलकर डेवलपमेंट में भी उन्होंने कई अचीवमेंट किए, बहुत बड़े बड़े काम उसके होने के कारण लोगों को आज वहाँ पर एयर कनेक्टिविटी मिली, रोड कनेक्टिविटी मिली, ट्रेन कनेक्टिविटी मिली, खेलकूद के लिए स्टेडियम मिला, उनको मेट्रो मिला, उनको 5-6 एयरपोर्ट नए बिहार में बने, और इसके कारण लोगों को भी लगता है कि बिहार अब जो विकास के मार्ग पर है, तो उसको आगे बढ़ाने में ये जो गठबंधन है, ये जो डबल इंजन की सरकार है, ये अच्छा काम करती है। और इसी के कारण उन्होंने विश्वास भी रखा है, उसको उन्होंने उसके ऊपर सपोर्ट भी किया है।
अच्छा, ये दिलचस्प बात यह है कि आपको सीमांचल के इलाके में भेजा गया। मुकेश सैनी जी जुड़े हैं विकासशील इंसान पार्टी के हमारे साथ। मुकेश जी 1 मिनट दीजिए, मैं अभी थोड़ी देर में आपके पास आ रहा हूं। अगर हम क्षेत्र के हिसाब से देखते हैं तो सीमांचल की 50 सीटों में सीमांचल की जो 24 सीटें उसमें भी 15 बीजेपी और जेडीयू को मिली है, यानी कि जो इलाका आपका बड़ा कमजोर था वहां पे भी आप जीते। और ये भी चर्चा हुई कि हो सकता है कि ओवैसी की पार्टी इस बार क्रैश कर जाए। ऐसा हुआ नहीं, इस दफा भी असुद्दीन ओवैसी की पार्टी ने अच्छा प्रदर्शन किया, यानी कि जो आपने तमाम समीकरण अलग अलग तरह से बिठाने की कोशिश की सीमांचल के इलाके में, वो भी काफी काम आई। इस बार भी एआईएमआईएम की 5 सीटें, पिछली दफा भी इतनी थी, और सीमांचल में भी आपके अलायंस का अच्छा प्रदर्शन हुआ है जो आपके एकदम खिलाफ का इलाका था।
मेरे पास करीब 78 सीट थी, उसमें से हम करीब 72 पे आगे चल रहे हैं या कहीं पे जीत भी गए हैं। हमारी कोशिश है कि 73 का भी फिगर उसके अंदर अगर जुड़ जाए, तो ये कोशिश चल रही है। और अभी तो वोटिंग काउंटिंग ही है, मगर हमें अपेक्षा है कि हम 73 तक पहुंच जाएंगे। और मुझे लगता है कि हमने इसमें कुछ किया ऐसा नहीं है। माननीय प्रधानमंत्री मोदी साहब के लिए और श्री नीतीश कुमार के लिए जो लोगों के मन में भावना थी, और लोगों ने ही ये निर्णय तक कर लिया था कि एनडीए को जिताना है। हमने कई प्रयोग किए, हमने गुजरात में अलग अलग विधानसभा में से, कर्नाटक में से, कच्छ में से, यहाँ जो बिहार के लोग रहते थे उनके साथ वर्चुअल मैंने वहाँ से किया, पूर्णिया से किया, वहाँ बेगूसराय से किया। हजारों लोग उसके अंदर एक एक मीटिंग में जुड़े। उनको हमने कहा था कि आपके दोस्त, रिश्तेदार, व्यापारी, उन सबको आप रिक्वेस्ट करें कि एनडीए का कोई भी कैंडिडेट जहाँ भी है उसको वोट कीजिए। वो भी यानी हर प्रयोग, कोई एक प्रयोग के कारण इलेक्शन जीता नहीं जाता है, हर सब कुछ करना पड़ता है और हर जगह अलग अलग करना पड़ता है। मुझे लगता है कि हमने जो
सुमित, मैं आपको कहानी सुनाता हूँ। हम लोग लौटे दिन भर कैंपेन देखने के बाद, ये सीआर पाटिल साहब की मीटिंग चल रही थी। उसके बाद हम लोग डिनर के लिए गए, वापस आए, रात को 11:30-12 बज गए थे। तब भी वो अपने टेबल पे अपनी पूरी फौज को बैठा, अलग अलग जो सांसद थे, निशिकांत दुबे थे, अलग अलग जगह से अलग अलग लोग आए हुए थे। सीमांचल का पूरी मीटिंग चल रही थी। 11:30 12:30 मतलब उसके बाद तो मैं जाके सो गया, लेकिन इनकी मीटिंगों का सिलसिला लगातार चल रहा था। और ये भी एक बहुत बड़ी वजह है कि इतनी बड़ी जेडीयू बीजेपी की जीत हुई है। सीआर पाटिल साहब, शुभकामनाएं, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, आप हमारे साथ जुड़े। अब हम चलते हैं मुकेश सैनी जी के पास, विकासशील इंसान पार्टी के हैं। बड़ी बातें हुई कि किस तरीके से मल्ला वोट जुड़ेगा।
Waiting for the Prime Minister who's just made that statement. He's going to be at the BJP headquarters in just a short while from now. Let's take you live now to Vasudha Venugopal, our political editor, who's at the BJP headquarters in Delhi. We also have Aishwarya Jain at the BJP headquarters in Delhi. Vasudha is in Patna. I beg your pardon, Vasudha. What's happening there? The big celebrations. You were unable to hear us when we came to you last. I hope you can hear us now. The Prime Minister has just put out a big statement making a lot of things very, very clear. Okay, I apologize for that. We've got to go back to Rahul Kanwal, who's got Mukesh Sahni with him.
नहीं पता, लेकिन हमारे स्टूडियो की आवाज आ रही है कि नहीं मुकेश सैनी जी आपको?
जी हाँ, आ रही है अभी आवाज आपकी।
अच्छा, मैं कह रहा हूं कि आपकी वो तैरती हुई रील तो बड़ी वायरल हुई, लेकिन जहां पे वायरलिटी चाहिए थी वोटरों के बीच में, वहां पे वायरलिटी बड़ी कम थी। ऐसी क्या वजह रही?
नहीं, देखिए, ये तो सबके सामने में है। 200 प्लस के साथ एनडीए का सरकार बनने के लिए जा रहा है, और इसके लिए मैं मोदी जी को, नीतीश जी को मैं बधाई देता हूं और जनादेश को सम्मान करता हूं। और इसमें जो हम लोगों को भी आने वाले समय में इस पर रिसर्च करेंगे कि आखिर ऐसा कैसा हुआ है। आज कुछ भी बोल देना सही नहीं होगा, लेकिन फर्स्ट दृष्टिकोण से, क्योंकि मैं राज्य का नागरिक हूँ, राज्य में 11 साल से काम कर रहा हूँ, इस सब चीज़ से मैं अगर एक चीज़ देख रहा हूँ, पहला दृष्टिकोण ये दिख रहा है कि मोदी जी के भाषा में रेवड़ी बांट के सरकार बनाना, तो वही अभी हमें देखने के लिए मिल रहा है कि 10,000 रुपया 20 चुनाव में 1.5 करोड़ माता बहन के खाते में, 1.5 करोड़ लोगों को माता बहन के खाते में पैसा जाना, और उनको बताना कि हम 2 लाख रुपया देंगे, 10,000 रुपया अभी दे रहे हैं और 1,90,000 रुपया हमारी सरकार बनने के बाद देंगे। तो ये देखकर, क्योंकि बिहार में गरीबी है, लाचारी है, परेशानी है, तो इसको देखते हुए लोगों ने मन बना के, माता बहन ने, और भरपूर वोटिंग उनके पक्ष में किए हैं। ऐसा अभी भी 50% वोट मोदी जी क्रॉस नहीं किए या एनडीए ने क्रॉस नहीं किया। अभी भी राज्य में एक बड़ा तबका जो है
नहीं, पर ये एक वजूद की लड़ाई थी मुकेश सैनी के लिए भी, और आपके दावे थे कि जहां पे आप जाएंगे मल्ला वोट, निषाद वोट वहां पे आ जाएगा। सी वोटर का आंकलन मैं आपको दिखा रहा हूं, 23 ऐसी सीटें आइडेंटिफाई हुई। एक सेकंड मेरी बात सुन लीजिए, जहां पे निषाद वोटर्स कम से कम 15% से ज्यादा है, वहां पे इस वक्त के आंकड़े ये बता रहे हैं कि 23 में से 22 सीटें यानी 95.7% स्ट्राइक रेट तो एनडीए का है। आपके अलायंस का स्ट्राइक रेट केवल 1/22 है, केवल 4.6%। आप तो जो इतने बड़े बड़े दावे कर रहे थे, बातें कर रहे थे कि ये मल्ला वोट, सन ऑफ मल्ला वोट डिसाइसिव होगा, वो तो कुछ हुआ ही नहीं सर।
देखिए, मैं दावा हमेशा करते आया हूं कि मेरे पास 6-7% वोट है, पोलिंग कैपेसिटी 6-7% है, और 6-7% अभी भी मेरे साथ है। रहा सरकार बनाने के लिए 42-45% की जरूरी है, और इतना वोट निश्चित तौर पे मेरे पास नहीं है। अगर इतना 45% वोट होता तो मैं अकेले चुनाव लड़ता, मैं गठबंधन में क्यों चुनाव लड़ता। रहा कि मेरे पास 6-7% वोट आज भी है, कल भी रहने वाला है। जब तक अपने लोगों के अधिकार के लिए मैं लड़ाई लड़ते रहूंगा, तब तक ये वोट मेरे साथ है और आगे भी रहेंगे।
सुमित अवस्थी आप सवाल करना चाहते हैं?
आकर
सुमित,
राज्य में पैसा बांटकर
मुकेश
जो
भाई,
काम पहले दबंग लोग जो है रात के अंधेरे में जाते थे और गांव में पैसा बांटकर वोट ले लेते थे और चुनाव जीत जाते थे, वो काम अगर दिन के उजाला में
ये आप
जनता के नागरिक, राज्य के नागरिक,
मुकेश जी, चुनाव खत्म हो गया, इस तरह की शिकायतें आप चुनाव आयोग को कर सकते थे। आज इंट्रोस्पेक्शन का दिन है, आपने सारा का सारा इल्जाम डाल दिया कि 10,000 रुपए अकाउंट में गए। मेरी बात तो सुन लीजिए, लेट मी कंप्लीट मुकेश भाई। 10,000 रुपए अकाउंट में डाल दिया, इसलिए एनडीए चुनाव जीत गया। पर क्या आपको लगता नहीं है कि आपने जिस तरीके से आपने खुद ने अपने आप को अनाउंस कर दिया कि मैं डिप्टी सीएम होऊंगा, मुझे डिप्टी सीएमशिप चाहिए, आपने जिद पकड़ ली थी, प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस को 2 बार 3 बार डिले करना पड़ा जिस दिन अनाउंसमेंट हो रहा था। आपको लगता नहीं कि वहां आपकी जो हठधर्मिता थी उसने पूरे अलायंस की यूनिटी पर असर डाला?
नहीं, ये सब कोई बात नहीं है, ये सब अभी परसेप्शन कुछ भी बनाइए, ये सब कोई मैंने नहीं रखता। ये एनडीए का पार्ट 2020 में मैं भी था, और एनडीए आप देखें कि 125 पुराने में बहुत उसको पसीना छूट रहा था, ठीक है। तो उस समय में भी एनडीए नीतीश कुमार जी भी थे। तो आप 5 साल में नीतीश जी क्या ही कर दिए हैं, बिहार में क्या ही बदलाव कर दिए, क्या ही फैक्ट्री लगा दिए हैं। और रहा कि मेरे फेस पे अगर चुनाव होना है, अगर मेरे पास वोट है,
नीतीश कुमार की पार्टी 43 से बढ़कर 84 पर पहुंच गई है,
चुनाव में गए उल्टा,
और विकासशील इंसान पार्टी 0 पर आ गई है। ये कर दिया नीतीश कुमार ने 5 साल की।
ठीक है, उनको शुभकामना देते हैं, जनता ने उनको वोट दिया, उनको शुभकामना देते हैं, बधाई देते हैं।
ये जय मृग आपसे सवाल करना चाहते हैं। जय,
एक चुनाव अकेले लड़ा हुआ है, उसमें आपका 2.57 2.5% के आसपास वोट है। तो मैं मानता हूं 6 आपका एम्बिशन है, आपकी मनोकामना है कि आपका 6% वोट है। दूसरी बात, आपके नाम के उप मुख्यमंत्री पद के लिए घोषणा के बाद भी वो 2.5, 5, 6 या 7 नहीं बना। बहुत से सोशल मीडिया रील्स में बहुत बोलवाया गया कि भाई चारों जो कुनबे हैं, तुराहा, केवट, निषाद, मिल्ला, सब कुछ मिलकर 9% है, तो मुकेश जी को 6 मिलेगा ही मिलेगा।
हमारे साथ इस वक्त स्मृति ईरानी जी जुड़ गई हैं, वो लंदन में है, एक कार्यक्रम में थी, तो 1 मिनट में मैं उनके पास जाना चाह रहा हूं। स्मृति जी, अगर आपको हमारी आवाज आ रही है, आपने काफी कैंपेन किया बिहार में, और अब जो जीत आई है, जिस तरह से अभी मुकेश सैनी कह रहे थे कि 10,000 रुपए महिलाओं को दिए, इस वजह से जीत हो गई, वरना तो हम लोग जीत रहे थे। गठबंधन केवल 32 सीटों पे है, एनडीए 205। विपक्ष जो ये आरोप लगा रहा है कि एक तरीके से चुनाव खरीद लिया गया 10,000 रुपए देके, इस पर आपका क्या जवाब है विपक्षी पार्टियों को? स्मृति जी, स्वागत है आपका।
विपक्षी पार्टियों को आज जवाब स्वयं बिहार की जनता ने दिया है। वो विपक्ष के नेता जो इस प्रकार की तोहमत लगाते हैं बिहार की महिलाओं पर, वो अपमान करते हैं बिहार की 1,30,00,000 उन बहनों का जो अपनी मेहनत के बल पर अपने परिवार का सृजन करती हैं, अपने परिवार का पालन पोषण करती हैं। ये जितने भी गठबंधन के नेता विपक्ष के कटाक्ष करते हैं, टिप्पणी करते हैं, और वो भी अभद्र टिप्पणी करते हैं, असंवैधानिक टिप्पणी करते हैं आज के परिणाम पर, वो कहीं ना कहीं तौहीन करते हैं 76 लाख बिहार के किसान भाइयों का जो प्रधानमंत्री कृषि सम्मान निधि से जुड़े हुए हैं। इनफैक्ट आज 8 करोड़ 70 लाख वो नागरिक जो प्रधानमंत्री जी के सानिध्य में पौष्टिक आहार पाते हैं, ये उनका भी अपमान है। मुझे लगता है ऐसा कोई पैतरा बचा नहीं था जो विपक्षी पार्टियों ने इस चुनाव में इस्तेमाल नहीं किया। आज राहुल जी, ये परिणाम विकास की जीत है, उन लोगों की हार है जो हमारे इस प्रदेश को जाति के आधार पर बांटने का भरसक प्रयास करते रहे। आज हार उन लोगों की है जिन्होंने हमारी संवैधानिक प्रक्रिया पर, चुनाव आयोग पर प्रश्न चिन्ह लगाया। आज न सिर्फ बिहार के वोटर के लिए अभिनंदन का दिन है, चुनाव आयोग के प्रति आभार व्यक्त करने का दिन है, जिन्होंने इतनी जिल्लत के बावजूद अपने कार्य को बखूबी, अपने कर्तव्य को बखूबी निभाया। लेकिन आज सबसे ज्यादा अगर अभिनंदन है तो उस नेतृत्व का जिन्होंने विकास को एक नए स्वरूप में बिहार में परिभाषित किया, नीतीश जी को और विशेषतः प्रधानमंत्री मोदी को मेरी ओर से इस इतिहास को गढ़ने के लिए बहुत बहुत अभिनंदन, बहुत बहुत।
सुमित, आपसे सवाल करना चाहता हूं।
स्मृति जी, स्वागत है आपका, धन्यवाद बहुत बहुत और बधाई खूब सारी आपको। ये जो जोड़ी है नरेंद्र मोदी और नीतीश कुमार की, ये जोड़ी ऐसी दौड़ी कि जो युवाओं की जोड़ी थी वो कहीं पीछे छूट गई। इस जोड़ी के बारे में, इस केमिस्ट्री के बारे में, इस कैमराडरी के बारे में मैं चाहूंगा आप जरूर टिप्पणी करें। बिहार की जनता के मन पे ऐसा क्या प्रभाव छोड़ा है 14 से जीतने के बाद? लगातार बीजेपी अपना प्रदर्शन भी ठीक कर रही है और बीजेपी के साथ जुड़कर जेडीयू को भी फायदा हुआ।
समन्वय के माध्यम से जब सरकार केंद्र और राज्य में चलती है तो उसका परिणाम क्या होता है, वो परिणाम आज राजनीतिक दृष्टिकोण से आप बिहार के चुनाव परिणाम में देख सकते हैं। सुमित जी, अगर आप सिर्फ छपरा का चुनाव देखें तो गठबंधन के विपक्षी नेताओं ने एक बहुत ही नामचीन चेहरे को इस सीट पर उतारा था। उनको मात देने वाली भारतीय जनता पार्टी की एक साधारण महिला प्रवक्ता है, महिला मोर्चा की एक साधारण कार्यकर्ता है जो एक बहुत ही सामान्य परिवार से आती है। वो महिला जिसने संगठन यात्रा में अपनी ओर से, छोटी कुमारी उनका नाम है, अपनी ओर से योगदान दिया, लेकिन संगठन ने जिस सशक्त तरीके से उस महिला को आगे बढ़ाया, सरकार की जिन नीतियों से जनता उनके समकक्ष खड़ी रही, आज चुनाव का एक एक सीट का ये परिणाम कहीं ना कहीं उसी का प्रमाण है। तो एक तरफ विपक्षी पार्टियों ने नीतीश जी का, प्रधानमंत्री मोदी का निजी स्तर पर जिस प्रकार से आपत्तिजनक और अभद्र टिप्पणियां करके अपमान किया, तब भी वो विकास के पथ पर अग्रसर रहे। ये बिहार की जनता ने देखा, बिहार की जनता ने स्वीकार किया और इसी नेताओं की जोड़ी को बिहार के भविष्य को रचने के लिए उन्होंने चुना। मैं यहाँ पर इस बात का भी उल्लेख करना चाहती हूँ कि बिहार की जनता, विशेषतः महिलाएं और वो परिवार जो एक सम्मानजनक स्थिति चाहते हैं अपने घर की बहू बेटियों के लिए, अपराध से रिक्त एक समाज चाहते हैं अपने परिजनों के लिए, उनके लिए ये विषय भी चिंता का था कि आरजेडी के शासन में जिस प्रकार से बिहार में अपराध पनपा, न सिर्फ अपहरण की घटनाएं बल्कि चंपा बिस्वास जैसी महिलाओं का जो हश्र हुआ, वो नहीं चाहते थे कि दहशत का वो दौर बिहार में लौटे। इसलिए बिहार की जनता ने अपने परिवारों के, समाज के, समुदाय की सुरक्षा को चुना, विकास को चुना, जिसके लिए मैं आभार व्यक्त करती हूं।
इलेक्शन गुरु अगर हम देखें तो वोट शेयर का आंकड़ा यह बता रहा है कि गठबंधन लगभग वहीं पर है जहां पर पिछले चुनाव में था। 38.3% इस दफा वोट शेयर है, पिछली दफा से केवल .5% कम। एनडीए का वोट शेयर 6.3% बढ़ा है, 39.7, जिसमें से ज्यादा सीधे वोट अदर्स की श्रेणी से आया है। तो मतलब तेजस्वी यादव ये कह सकते हैं कि देखिए मेरा वोट एक तरीके से बरकरार है, जितना था मेरा वोट बैंक वही है, लेकिन जितना भी एक्स्ट्रा वोट पड़ा वो सारा एनडीए ले गया है अदर से।
अंततः राहुल जी, जो जीता वही सिकंदर, और आज का सिकंदर विकास है।
ये भी हकीकत है कि अगर आप चाहें इस दफा बिहार में आपको जरूरत नहीं है किसी जैसे जेडीयू की आपको जरूरत नहीं। अगर हम देखते हैं एनडीए का ब्रेकअप, तो एनडीए के ब्रेकअप से साफ हो जाता है कि अगर बीजेपी चाहे तो आप जो बाकी पार्टियां हैं, लोक जनशक्ति, हिंदुस्तान आवाम मोर्चा, उपेंद्र कुशवाहा की पार्टी और साथ ही साथ अदर से कुछ लेके आप ऑलमोस्ट अपनी सरकार खुद ही बना सकते। मतलब अब तक बीजेपी थोड़ी जूनियर पार्टी की भूमिका में रही, अब आप 92 पे हैं, जेडीयू 84, आपको लगता है कि रोल रिवर्सल हो गया है बिहार में?
मुझे लगता है कि जोड़ी ने जो परिणाम दिए, उस परिणाम को न सिर्फ हमने स्वीकार किया, उसका अभिनंदन किया, लेकिन ये परिणाम प्रतीक है कि आगे चलकर बिहार के लिए किस विकास के मुद्दे पर हमें काम करना है। वो संकल्प हमने, चाहे मत्स्य पालन की दृष्टि से हो, चाहे महिला के उत्थान की दृष्टि से हो, चाहे युवा पीढ़ी के योगदान की दृष्टि से हो, उसको सुचारू रूप से जनता के सम्मुख प्रस्तुत किया। जनता ने इसी जोड़ी को, इसी एनडीए के परिवार को अपना आशीर्वाद दिया, और परिवार ने जो संकल्प लिया है बिहार के भविष्य के लिए, निश्चित रूप से उस संकल्प पर हम खरे उतरेंगे।
हमारे सहयोगी ये चुनाव विशेषज्ञ ऋषि मिश्र आपसे सवाल करना चाहते हैं।
विनोद तावड़े जी का बयान आया है कि नीतीश कुमार मुख्यमंत्री होंगे या नहीं, उस पर विनोद तावड़े जी ने कहा है कि पांचों पक्ष मिलकर यह तय करेंगे कि मुख्यमंत्री कौन होगा। तो अभी तक मतलब नतीजे तो आ गए हैं, लेकिन तय ये नहीं हो पा रहे हैं कि नीतीश कुमार सीएम होंगे या नहीं होंगे।
मैं आपको पुनः याद दिलाती हूँ कि जो राहुल जी ने मेरे स्वागत हेतु शब्दों में कहा कि मैं वर्तमान में अपनी पार्टी हेडक्वार्टर में नहीं हूँ, ये घोषणाएं मेरी पार्टी की नेतृत्व ने ऑलरेडी कर दी हैं। अगर आपको भरोसा ना हो तो राहुल जी के ही कुछ इंटरव्यूज के कुछ अंश आप पुनः प्रसारित कर सकते हैं। मैं इतना ही कहूंगी कि हमारी लीडरशिप ने अपना वक्तव्य, मंतव्य इस विषय पर स्पष्ट कर दिया है। आगे चलकर भी किस प्रकार में सरकार में क्या क्या भूमिका कौन कौन निभाएगा, ये मेरा पार्टी का नेतृत्व स्पष्ट करेगा।
विजय त्रिवेदी आप सवाल करना चाहते हैं स्मृति जी।
विजय त्रिवेदी बोल रहा हूँ। एक तो बहुत बहुत बधाई आपको और भारतीय जनता पार्टी को। और अभी राहुल जी भी बता रहे थे कि बिहार में महिलाओं का जो योगदान है, कंट्रीब्यूशन है, वो इस चुनाव में भारतीय जनता पार्टी एनडीए की जीत का सबसे बड़ा कारण है। और पिछले भी कई चुनाव हैं जिसमें महिलाओं ने बड़ा योगदान दिया, मध्य प्रदेश के चुनाव में भी। तो मेरा सवाल ये है कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी की एक मजबूत महिला नेता लंदन में बैठी हो, तो नेतृत्व देने में भारतीय जनता पार्टी महिला नेता को क्यों कंजूसी कर रही है?
जो दिल्ली में रेखा गुप्ता को तो बनाया ही सही।
मैं
एक मजबूत नेता
न सिर्फ रेखा गुप्ता है, बल्कि मैं स्वयं यहाँ पर अपने राष्ट्र का प्रतिनिधित्व, मैं वर्तमान में जहाँ हूँ वहाँ पर राष्ट्र में महिला और राजनीति में महिला की भूमिका उसी परिचर्चा में सम्मिलित होने आई।
मोदी सरकार की बात हो रही है।
मैं इतना ही कहूंगी विजय जी, आपने हमारे संगठनों को वर्षों वर्ष तक, चाहे वो विचार परिवार का संगठन हो या भारतीय जनता पार्टी हो, वर्षों वर्ष तक मेरे संगठन को बढ़ते देखा है और सशक्त होते देखा है। इसमें कोई दो राय नहीं होनी चाहिए कि मेरा संगठन एकमात्र वो पहला राजनीतिक दल है जिसने महिलाओं को आरक्षण अपनी पार्टी के अंदर दिया। इसमें कोई दो राय नहीं होनी चाहिए कि मेरा संगठन वो संगठन है जिसने 33% आरक्षण का बिल पारित किया। इसमें कोई दो राय नहीं होनी चाहिए मेरा संगठन वो संगठन है जिसने आज देश की राजधानी में एक महिला मुख्यमंत्री को स्थापित किया है। निश्चित रूप से आपकी जो मेरे लिए अभिलाषाएं हैं, निश्चित रूप से मेरे संगठन के नेता इस विषय को, इस मंतव्य को सुन रहे होंगे, लेकिन आज का दिन मुझे नहीं, बिहार की महिला शक्ति को समर्पित है।
स्मृति जी, अगला बीजेपी के लिए जो बड़ा चुनाव, वैसे तो तमिलनाडु में है, लेकिन बीजेपी के लिए बड़ा नाक का सवाल है पश्चिम बंगाल का चुनाव। आपको लगता है कि बीजेपी की जेडीयू के साथ बिहार में इस जीत के बाद जो बंगाल में कार्यकर्ता हैं, वोटर, उनमें भी एक्स्ट्रा उत्साह आएगा इतनी बड़ी जीत के बाद कि इस दफा हम लोग ममता को हरा सकते हैं?
राहुल जी, हर चुनाव के परिणाम के बाद आप और मैं जब चर्चा करते हैं तो आप हर अगले चुनाव को बीजेपी का नाक का सवाल बना देते हैं, चाहे वो चुनाव विधानसभा का हो, चाहे वो म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन का चुनाव हो। मैं इतना ही कहूंगी कि बंगाल की जनता भी इच्छुक है कि विकास के पथ पर और अपराध रहित समाज में वो रहें, और इस मंशा को, उनकी इस अभिलाषा को पूर्ण करने के लिए भारतीय जनता पार्टी का एक एक कार्यकर्ता समर्पित है।
अच्छा, एक आखिरी सवाल, हमें मालूम है कि आपको आगे भी बढ़ना है, दूसरे कार्यक्रम में जुड़ना है, लेकिन ये जो एक विपक्ष आरोप लगा रहा है कि 10,000 रुपए जैसी स्कीम की आदत पड़ जाएगी वोटरों को, इसके बाद हेमंत बिस्वा शर्मा का आसाम में भी चुनाव है। अगर 10,000 एक बेस बन जाए बिहार जैसे गरीब राज्य में, तो बाकी राज्यों में कम से कम 10,000 वरना ज्यादा की उम्मीद अब वोटर करेंगे। इससे आप कैसे डील करेंगी? वोटरों को लगेगा भाई चुनाव आएगा तो पैसे तो आएंगे हमारी बैंक में।
जिन लोगों ने आज तक महिला उत्थान एंटरप्राइज इन सब विषयों पर शायद समीक्षा ना की हो भाजपा की सरकार के अंतर्गत, वो शायद इस बात से अभी तक परिचित नहीं है कि देश में लगभग 9 करोड़ महिलाएं हैं जो सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप्स के माध्यम से सालाना $35 बिलियन से ज्यादा का टर्नओवर रखती हैं। उन लोगों को शायद इस बात का इल्म ना हो कि देश में लगभग 25 करोड़ महिलाओं ने जनधन का खाता खोला है। मुद्रा के जो जितने भी लोन्स गए हैं वो लगभग 70% उसमें लाभार्थी महिलाएं रही हैं। ये महिला खैरात पर अपना जीवन व्यापन नहीं कर रही हैं। ये महिलाएं इस सीड मनी को लेकर अपने कारोबार को, अपने छोटे छोटे व्यापार को आगे बढ़ा रही हैं। जिन लोगों को लगा कि ये खैरात है 10,000 रुपए की, वो शायद नहीं जानते कि ये सीड मनी है। ये पहले श्रेणी का एक समर्थन है जो आगे बढ़कर 2 लाख तक की राशि तक जाने वाला है। इन महिलाओं ने अपने स्वावलंबन से ये आर्थिक परिणाम प्रमाण देश की जनता के सामने, देश के प्रशासन के सम्मुख प्रस्तुत किया है। तो इसे किसी भी प्रकार से, किसी खैरात की दृष्टिकोण से या किसी पॉलिटिकल ब्राइब की दृष्टिकोण से देखना उन महिलाओं का अपमान है।
तमाम कार्यक्रमों के बीच में आपने हमारे लिए वक्त निकाला, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। स्मृति ईरानी जी आप जुड़ी हमारे साथ, मुकेश सैनी जी हमारे साथ हैं। अगर हम सैनी जी आंकड़ों पे नजर डालते हैं तो पिछली दफा आपकी पार्टी की 4 सीटें थी, इस दफा आपका खाता।
Okay, the breaking news coming in is that Tejashwi Yadav has finally won from Raghopur. It's been a disastrous day in the office for the RJD. Historic low for Lalu Prasad Yadav's party, but his son Tejashwi Yadav, the chief ministerial face of the Mahagathbandhan, who's just had to stomach one of the worst performances ever, has managed to win by over 11,000 votes. It was a bumpy ride to this victory. He was trailing at one point by 9,000 votes. He was winning and trailing for a bit, and now he's finally managed to close the deal, seal the deal with 11,000 votes. More than just a little bit of solace to at least personally be able to win, because if he had lost, that would have brought its own share of troubles as far as the RJD are concerned. Our political editor Vasudha is with us live from Patna. Vasudha, finally 11,000 votes, sizable victory by Tejashwi. A sigh of relief, not much solace, but at least he's won.
Absolutely, and if you remember, Shiv, that Raghopur was not something that BJP or the JDU had completely focused on, like we saw in Delhi when the Arvind Kejriwal seat was completely something that the BJP wanted him to lose. I just want to show you what's happening in the BJP office now. This is something that has been around for the last 6 months, is what I've been told. नहीं भूलेगा जंगल राज, नहीं भूलेंगे जंगल राज। 15 साल में 18,000 से ज़्यादा हत्याएं. That's what they, and these are boards that are there in every nook and corner of the BJP office, and I do believe, as somebody who was on ground for a few days, I do think that this Jungle Raj narrative is something that is very key to people's way of voting in Delhi. I know some of our colleagues disagree with this, but I do feel that people of Bihar, especially women, did have a lived experience, or at least a very real fear of what Jungle Raj could mean to them, and that probably also in some ways propelled them to vote unified in a unified way for the NDA. What I'm told right now is Samrat Choudhary, the Deputy Chief Minister of Bihar, it's also being said that it's the love for Nitish and the Kushwaha factor, love Kush factor. Samrat Choudhary has arrived here, and they're all waiting for the Prime Minister to speak. There are a couple of press conferences going on, and it has been the BJP's tradition to have a Karyakarta Abhinandan Samaro every time the BJP, wins something big, and that I think is a good thing, because they congratulate all the cadre and make the workers feel like this is their victory. A similar thing is happening in JDU office as well, and the beauty about Patna is that all the offices, RJD, JDU, BJP, are all in this area, except that Congress party's Sadat Ashram is quite far away, so that's the only party that's not in this location. So clearly a lot of excitement here, and this election, Shiv, I believe is also a referendum on the special intensive revision of electoral rolls. The SIR process has been declared completely constitutional by the court, but by by making it clear that it has no problems whatsoever when it comes to people of Bihar. The BJP has also made it very clear that it is not anti-people. In fact, it is pro-people, which makes it clear that in the 12 states that the SIR has been rolled out in last week, I think the centre will also be quite aggressive, despite the DMK in Tamil Nadu and TMC in West Bengal opposing it.
There is so much to unpack. The SIR is one part of it. The momentum going into 2026 is another. The dynamics between the elements of the India bloc is a third. All of it is going to come down for step aside for a bit, because the Prime Minister is headed towards the BJP headquarters in a short while from now. That big speech from him is expected. It will be live here. We're taking a very quick break. When you come back, we will build up to that. Stay right with us. And while the NDA is celebrating, and while the BJP and the JDU are exulting in a historic mandate in Bihar, the Congress party's de facto leader Rahul Gandhi is not even reportedly in the country to be with his rank and file, leaving them, abandoning them practically to face this humiliating ignominy in Bihar. And it is incredible, because Rahul Gandhi, upon whom enormous resources have been spent in order to craft him as some sort of a Jananayak in Bihar, the huge and expensive vote chori campaign, but Rahul Gandhi not here on a crucial day. As a leader, he should have been here to be with the men and women of the Congress party, to face and to own up and to take responsibility for what has happened in Bihar, but he is not even here. Forget about being in Bihar or Delhi. He apparently, we hear, is not even in the country. But just take a look at that shrinking feeling for the Congress party since the Lok Sabha election in 2024, because this is very, very serious for the Congress party. It's the second largest party in the country. It is the principal opposition party in the country. So this is real. Since that time, 99 seats was good news for the Congress party. They practically doubled their tally. It was the road to recovery, they said, about the Congress. But then in Maharashtra, 16 of 101 seats. In Haryana, 37 of 90 seats. In Jammu and Kashmir, 6 of 32 seats. In Jharkhand, 16 of 30 seats. In Delhi, they were wiped out, obliterated, 0 of 70 seats. And in Bihar now, they're leading in about 5 seats right now and expected to win at least some of those. They went down to 1. They were leading in just 1 seat for a while now. Now that number has become 5. Just take a look at some of this other data that we've been able to pull out for you. 1985 was the last time the Congress was in power in Bihar. At that time, it had 196 of the 323 seats at that time, with a vote share of 40%. This is, of course, undivided Bihar. In 1990, the Congress faced its first loss in Bihar. At that time, it won 71 of 323 seats with a vote share of 24%. Flash forward to 2015, it won just 27 of the 243 seats. This is right, at the peak of the entire Nitish Lalu chapter of Bihar politics. Vote share 6%. 2020, 19 of the 70 seats that it fought, with vote share plummeting to 9%. In 2025 now, they're leading in about 5 seats at this point of time, and will definitely end with just single digits. Now, remember, Bihar is over. There will be Chintan Baitak, there will be introspection and all of that. But the next year, 2026, is a crucial year for the Congress party, because in those states where the Congress will be fighting, many of them, the Congress is a credible, big, meaty contender. Tamil Nadu, this is what happens because of the Bihar loss. Bargaining seats with the DMK is going to become more difficult. The vote base is likely to be hit by Vijay. Already a challenge there. Then you've got Kerala. Will the High Command control weaken after this debacle in Bihar? There will be more possible infighting within the party. It's almost certain it will happen. West Bengal is another dilemma for the Congress party. They've simply not been able to navigate. Mamta will flex her muscle nationally, feeling more vulnerable about the BJP. Will the India bloc simply disunite and completely separate in desperation right now? That's the question we're asking. What next for Rahul Gandhi? What next for the Congress party? Ashok Malik and Tehseen Poonawalla continue to be with me. Ashok, first, on Rahul Gandhi not being here, I know that's a micro part of the larger implications of this, but as a leader, shouldn't he have been here on a day like this? I mean, I am not commenting on what else, he should have had to do, etc. But as the de facto leader, someone who was called the Jan Nayak, someone who crafted the vote chori campaign, motorcycle through Bihar, he should have been here on a day like this.
Completely. When an election verdict comes out, whether you lose or you win, you need to be with your soldiers. They fought hard, they worked hard, they deserve that. They deserve you standing by them. So it's a little unfair on Congress voters. I know the Congress is a diminished party in Bihar. It was diminished even before this. But nevertheless, people out there have fought elections. They have worked hard. He's an alliance partner of the RJD. He should have been there.
Tehseen, should he have been here? I know there can be explanations that they were leaving it to the RJD. The RJD was the lead ally. Rahul did his bit. He's entitled to, take these trips. But on a day like this, as a leader, as someone who literally had the party's audacity to craft him as a Jananayak, which means something in Bihar, and he's not here?
So I'm very old-fashioned, and I believe that when you go to war, you don't leave the battle. Come what may, you stand it till the last bullet is fired. If you're playing a match, till the last ball is bowled. The problem, Shiv, is one is this. The second problem is, where is the accountability and where will the accountability start and end? Today is the birthday of Jawaharlal Nehru, one of the tallest leaders of the country, one of the tallest leaders of Congress. You can agree, disagree with him. On his birth anniversary, the Congress is reduced to being a mere 5 seats or 4 seats in a state like Bihar, the third largest Lok Sabha state in the country. Is this justified for the grand old party? First. Second, the same people who are responsible for Punjab, responsible for Haryana, responsible for Delhi, responsible for Maharashtra, are now responsible for Bihar. They will again write a report, none of which will come to light, and when will accountability set? I am saying this in NDTV as a Congress voter. I vote the Congress. My grandfather was shot when he was with Mahatma Gandhi in Pune when Gandhiji was released from jail. I am asking you, when will people like me be happy? When will we see a victory? Are we not entitled to a victory? The people that Ashok referred to, that last voter of the Congress standing in that line, that 5-6%, whatever vote the Congress get, that person who's carrying the flag, doesn't he or she deserve that the Congress win an election?
Let's ask the Congress party that. Advocate Ashpreet Kharial is with us, is spokesperson of the Congress. Ashpreet, welcome. A bad day in the office as far as the Congress is concerned, and my commiserations on that. But the sense is, where is Rahul Gandhi, the man that you've called the Jananayak in Bihar, in the country? He's not even here. He's leaving people like you to face the humiliation of this defeat in Bihar.
Number one, 47 lakh voters that voted the last year in the Lok Sabha election did not get to vote in this election. Now, the fact of the matter is, due to SIR, this chunk of people, 47 lakh voters were removed. Our question here is that if these voters were fake, if they were not supposed to vote, then why did the last year did they get a chance to vote in the Lok Sabha election, and before that in Panchayat election, MC election, by-election, assembly election and whatnot? So the fact of the matter is, the timing of the SIR, that's another contention. Just when the election was around the corner, SIR gets announced. Back in the day when it was done in 2003, 22 years ago, it was done in the entire country. And this time it was done only in Bihar, and then they say we'll be doing it in 12 more states. The question here is, a very short span of time was chosen, a very cumbersome process was given, and then there was no grievance redressal at all whatsoever. Number two, as far as the Bharatiya Janata Party's minister is concerned, Mr. Patil, who joined on a channel, a very relevant question was asked: how much, when do you start preparing? How much time do you give for the preparation and campaign, etc., to win an election? They said 5 years. So this goes on to suggest that the Bharatiya Janata Party's government is 24/7 into campaign mode, election mode. The Prime Minister is more of a prime campaigner and less of a Prime Minister. Yes, they have won the election, no doubt, but at the cost of governance, at the cost of development. 5 chief ministers 80 ministers.
Okay.
And the entire central government was down there in Bihar. My only question to the Bharatiya Janata Party's government is, what of all the other issues that you kept pending, that you kept in abeyance, that you ignored and neglected? And number two, winning an election is one thing, but governing a state is another. The Bharatiya Janata Party had to change a lot of slogans because they could not change the ground reality. That's why they had to change so many slogans. And now my question to the Bharatiya Janata Party is, who the CM is going to be, because we don't know who the front engine of this double engine is, and even these parties don't know that. Because
Ashpreet, I imagine Congress spokespersons are going to be interrupted in debates right through prime time. That's why I didn't want to interrupt you. I wanted you, to have your say and get it out there. But I didn't hear an answer to my question about whether Rahul Gandhi should have been here, because symbols matter. He's the leader of your party, and not one word of self-reflection or even indicative introspection about something like this. All of the things that you rattled off, which is like a menu card of things to blame for this, still don't account for the scale of this landslide. Tehseen, who is a Congress supporter, Tehseen, do you have anything to say to us?
If I may just add to that.
Tehseen just has something to say. I'll let you answer, and Ashok as well.
He's a very good lawyer. If I'm ever in trouble, I'd want him to defend me. But here's the problem. हम ये कह रहे कि उनके घर में बिरयानी नहीं बनी, हमें खाना नहीं मिल रहा, हमारे घर पे दाल चावल नहीं मिला है. देखिए, if all of these problems that the Congress is listing, and I believe the nation does have some problems, why are we not the solution to those problems? Why are we always in a mood where we are complaining, we are angry, we are bitter, we are blaming everyone else? Can we just once say pause? Maybe despite these problems the people of India are selecting the BJP, maybe we should introspect that despite all these problems.
Congress has introspected, haven't they? I mean, they've done things in Udaipur, they've done things elsewhere after elections, and still nothing has happened.
But where is those results? You've seen Haryana, you've seen Maharashtra, you've seen now Bihar. You've seen Delhi, time after time, they're losing elections. Look, if we want to save the constitution, we want to do the caste census, we want to bring utopia in India, I am all for it, but for that we need to be in power.
Ashok, you have anything to add to that?
I'll just go back to one thing which he said. Yeah. He said that the Prime Minister and the BJP are 24/7 into.
And people are waiting for the Prime Minister in those live pictures as well. Yeah.
Campaigning. Look, that is modern politics, not just in India, it's there in other democracies as well. We are in a hyper-competitive democratic environment where governance and campaigning for the next election goes hand in hand. It's a reality. I'm not saying this is the way it should be, but it's a reality. If the Congress doesn't start doing that, it will never come to pass.
Yeah.
Sometimes together, you're governing and campaigning at the same time?
Absolutely.
I want to go, just for a moment, I want to go to those live pictures from the BJP headquarters. The crowds have gathered there. The rank and file is there in full force. And unlike in the Congress party, where Rahul Gandhi is nowhere to be seen, is not in the country reportedly, Prime Minister Modi is very much there. And he's going to be there in a short while from now to address this huge crowd. Obviously victorious, jubilation. There will be energy already being expended on the next fight. That's what the BJP machine is really famous for. The groundwork has already begun on the next elections. Gauri Dwivedi, my colleague, is live with me from the BJP headquarters. Gauri, the Prime Minister is on his way.
Indeed, the Prime Minister is on his way, Shiv, and all eyes on the kind of messaging that he will give. It's going to be a big victory speech, and huge preparations are there inside for the Prime Minister to make that speech. Of course, one needs to keep in mind that the celebrations have been a tad bit muted in the wake of the terror blast. But when you speak to the workers here through the day, they've been extremely excited to hear the Prime Minister. And remember, this has been a campaign led by the Prime Minister from the front, and he's spoken at length about the fact that when you choose BJP and when you choose NDA, you're actually choosing development and Vikas as the big narrative. So now the workers here, in fact, there was a lot of spokespersons behind me. All of them have now rushed to listen to the Prime Minister, who's expected soon. Remember, SPG has already cordoned off a large part of the area in the BJP headquarters. All eyes on the kind of messaging that the Prime Minister will give and enthuse the cadres who are also already now looking at the big electoral fights of next year. So all eyes on the Prime Minister.
I noticed that in these live pictures coming in from the crowds over there, many of the people there are wearing the famous Mithilanchal Park, the headgear, the bright pink headgear of the Mithilanchal region of Bihar. The symbols matter, and we know the BJP does this very well. So many people echoing Bihar culture even as they wait for the Prime Minister. Very important, these little things.
Absolutely. Three things one saw here. One, of course, that Muretha was there in full spirit there. You're right that symbolism matters and every gesture is important. There were, in fact, a lot of people carrying laltains with the word saying that now laltains are actually powered by LEDs. Those days of Jungle Raj and RJD are behind. That was the second key message that was there across the BJP headquarters. And the third was everybody, of course, was having the litti choka, the staple diet of Bihar. So these three things one saw through the day amidst the color of celebration and festive spirit that's been here at the BJP headquarters. And all eyes now, of course, on the symbolism that the Prime Minister's speech will also bring in, the color that he'll bring in, and of course the message for his much enthused cadre.
Of Litti Choka in the NDTV studios. Yes. We weren't celebrating the BJP victory, we were celebrating the victory of democracy, Gauri.
Democracy will always be celebrated with litti chokha. I don't think there's ever going to be an occasion where I wouldn't want some litti chokha to actually celebrate. I hope you get some good Bihar cuisine there at the BJP headquarters this evening after the Prime Minister arrives and then he leaves. Gauri, she's been doing an amazing job on the ground there, getting us all that flavor from the big headquarters of the BJP. The Prime Minister is going to be there. That speech will be live here on NDTV. We're slipping into a very quick break so we can come right back in time for the Prime Minister's arrival. Padmaja has you right after this break. Stay with us.